What's the topic for today? How come good fathers don't make good husbands or loving husbands? Or how come good mothers don't make desirable wives? So, you know, there's this picture of what a mother is. Somebody, somebody who is a mother indeed. And there's this persona people expect them to have. But people love them, society admires them, celebrates them, how great they are. But if you look at the other side of that coin, are they desirable? Are they great wives? Are they great husbands?
The way I see it, when it comes to the father position, you can be a deadbeat dad, but an amazing father, because they're two separate relationships.
Deadbeat husband.
Husband. Okay. Husband. A bad husband. Good father.
Name.
There are two separate
Something is
relationships.
happening to you today.
What happened? I'm shining.
No. Shining. Continue.
So you can be such a father, a husband. You're not so much a good husband, but you're a good and amazing father because it's a separate relationship. The way you connect with your child that you know is from your loins is separate. But for women, they can just be, what I have seen from my own exposure is that a good wife and a good mother. Because in any ways you look at it, you're just mothering your husband. You know, some women don't know that it's okay to have a good sex life, good everything life with their husbands. When they marry, the mission is to continue to be a mother. So they mother husband and continue mothering children. And when it comes to their word of mothers, they can collect 100% recognition for that because they are nurturers and that's all they know. But you know, now that we have, like Tope explained, high-flying mother, you know, you can then see that disconnect. But when it comes to being a father, some men, you know, dealing with adjusting, connecting with a spouse is a whole different business. But loving your child is unconditional. For them, the child can never ever see their fault. Nothing can ever be wrong with them. When you ask the spouse, they'll say, we had our moments, and when they open up, there are even deeper issues.
We are going to have more of this kind of things where a woman will hit 50 plus and 60 and she's gone for Mugo, which is where the situation happens. This is already happening. They just don't divorce. Look at the average mother with a successful child. She doesn't stay with her husband anymore. She goes for Mugo and stays there.
They are not trust.
So the husband will be living alone. The woman is taking care of the children in Canada. I'm to Canada after 3 months. I'm going to America. I'm like, who is taking care of daddy at home? Because she is now living her life. So for people in their 50s, 60s, they don't divorce, but they separate, technically. But in the new generation of people that are in 40s or the entry 60s, the likelihood of separating is high because they will look at themselves and feel that I want to find the new me. So when I was in Abuja, I had a few meetings and I met a lot of successful men living in Abuja, and I'm like, how do you do this thing? Your wife and family in Lagos, you are in Abuja. There's a disconnect already. So the woman will stay in that marriage pending where she raises her children. The recent one in Nigeria now, my children, I've moved them to
London,
the UK.
yes.
They are in America and you are working in Nigeria. You are not married. So at the end of the day, you are not together. If you don't deal with that reality, you are fooling yourself. And over a while, after the children have maybe gone to the university or they moved out, you don't have a family anymore because you actually never had a family. You see yourselves 3 months, maximum of 3 months in a year.
For some,
that's not the marriage.
When the children finally leave. For some who know their realities and working towards it. But the issue of, not having a conversation with the person, it happens momentarily. We work here, and sometimes we just don't. Sometimes you're talking something and just tuned off. I'm not interested in whatever you're saying. But give it a few weeks, I deal with whatever the issues were for me, and we continue being friends. Why can't they apply in marriages? Right. So this is how I see it. It's effort that you put in. So if at the time you are locked up together, work, and I know they converse again or something, or there are constant differences, you don't work at it again and say, okay, this is my marriage. What is missing? Except the relationship never really had value.
Yeah, I wanted to talk on what Tope said because she's saying that when you're here and your family is there and you think you have a marriage. But I disagree because some marriages actually work that way.
Yes.
If you send your wife abroad because you want them to have a better quality life and you are doing the work and you're sending them the money and you go there, I think that...
3 months in a year.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that
situation... Absence makes the heart grow fonder, I have heard. And I will go by my own situation with my partner. We don't stay together. But when I'm getting ready to go to him at weekends now, hey, you will think that I'm going on honeymoon because I'm excited.
Every time is a honeymoon.
Do you understand? Every time is a honeymoon. So that's why I disagree that. Sometimes
let me give
living in the same house.
Let me give you this story.
You are inside each other's throats and you are.
Yeah, let me give you this story.
Marriage is commitment.
Yes.
So distant or close by, it is commitment.
Yes.
Actually, if you will do rubbish, you will justify.
I'm not saying rubbish. No.
So
I'm not,
marriage.
wait.
We're discussing
about the marriage.
We are talking
Not
about the
cheating.
marriage, and it's the commitment. So whether you're away or you're close,
you will do it.
Whatever you consider that relationship to be, that you give to it. So the man who chooses, let me stay here and give you the better life abroad, is a sacrifice, and we compromise daily. That's marriage.
So let me.
If anything happens as a consequence of that separation, it's something that you have to allow or you disallow from happening.
So if the consequence
that's why
means you're growing apart. If the consequence means you're
you
growing
allow it to
apart,
happen.
Because the reality is, we see every day. You are dealing with somebody in Lagos who probably gets home 11 p.m. Okay, we're chatting, we're doing FaceTime a few times. I am talking about the reality of if you are a growth-minded person, you want companionship in your marriage. It doesn't exist successfully in distance. And we need to face that reality. It's not about cheating, no.
I know.
I'm saying faithful person.
Listen, whether it's about cheating or not, they are the ones that are here. That are living in each other's pockets, they still divorce. So are you saying that it's only the ones that live apart that divorce? What of the ones that live together that divorce? There are hundreds of them. A lot of times, I think what happens in marriages is that the couple don't wait to get to know each other. They get married today, 9 months later, they're having a child. Sometimes they're not even up to 9 months. They start having children. They start building a family. So now their attention now goes to the kids and not their relationship. So I think maybe a lot of couples should first wait and.
Your mother-in-law will be calling you. We are half an hour, 9 months. What's going on?
That's the problem in this part of the world. Then even after you've had the first child now, and the first child is 9 months, they say, oh, to talk about bro.
Yeah.
You know.